Ready.
Now we know it's official. All right, we got a line.
Raymond, Anthony Porter, and Rogel.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right. Ready?
Yep.
Raymond, you can still hear me, right?
Yeah, speak into the microphone though, if you would.
There you go. All right, that's perfect. I'm going to drop this mic. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Radical. All right. Let's light this candle. For the 251st meeting of the Southern Rotary Club, we'll take down the support. My name is Dominic Torres. Got everybody out. We've got some fancy people today. Looking forward to introducing everybody here in a minute, but let's get right into it. Go with our flags to it. Awesome, grab that flag. Let's get it. Oh, perfect. All right, ready to set it up. Love it. Hold on 1 second. You guys can see it? Awesome. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. In our spokes for the day, we do have a bevy of fun people in here tonight. Who should we start with? I'll start with Bella. She's already standing right here.
Good morning. At any time of the day, it's good morning to me. I'm Bella. I'm your secretary of the Southbay Rotary Club, and excited to be here. Glenn.
Boom.
My name is Glenn Johnson. I'm a member of the Satellite Rotary. My name is Glenn Johnson. I'm a member of the Satellite Rotary Club and sending Masonic Lodge.
Thank you, Glenn.
Thanks, Glenn.
Barry.
Barry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're doing fantastic.
Eventually, Barry's gonna get here.
What I love.
Yeah.
My name is Barry Ensler. I'm the treasurer of the San Dimas Masonic Lodge, and I spent some time in the Navy.
Woo.
Wow. You're fantastic.
Well, my name is Mike Wallace. This is my second Rotary meeting of the day, but the first one I've attended. So I missed one today at noon. I'm sure I'm going to get some fines over there from Mr. Raymond Foster. However, I was in a Dodger game, so I'm feeling it. Yeah, I'm a member of the Rotary Club of San Dimas, been so for 7 years, past president. Been involved in supporting 29 Palms Family Services Center for about the last year.
Awesome, get right on there. Hello everyone, my name is Austin Hill. I'm one of the newest members of the San Dimas Satellite Rotary Club. Also is owner of Austin Coast Plumbing and a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. Thank you. All right, where were we? All right, we also have a special guest.
Wait, Zoom.
We're gonna pull. Oh, Zoom, actually, go right ahead. Where we starting with there?
Raymond.
Raymond, Mr. Foster, Coastie.
That's right. Raymond Foster, president of Rotary Club of San Dimas and proud veteran of the United States Coast Guard.
Anthony.
Anthony, shoot.
Hello, Anthony Porter. First couple meetings with the Rotary, President Education Foundation, and then Air Force veteran.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony.
And the Rogel.
And the Rogel, shoot.
Hi, it's just me, Karen. Mike is at a training tonight. I've attended, I think this is my second Rotary meeting. Took the trip out to 29 Palms, and I am also an AMAC member.
Fantastic. All right, we have a special guest this evening. Thank you, on up here. I can't sneak out. Oh, no, I'm gonna. I'm Brady Eric Weber, member of the San Diego City Council and proudly veteran. Thanks for having me. I'm a Senate, and he's also a Navy captain. Okay, let's go right into it. That's our guest for the evening from the Warrior Warehouse. I believe it's Dave Henseler. All right, he's president of Rotary Club of Southbay. A little bit about him. He's the past and current president of Southbay Sunrise Rotary Club in Torrance. He spent the last 30 years as the customer service and maintenance manager for the residential rental property he and his wife Karen self-manage. He's been certified scuba diver for 51 years. He's been on all 7 continents, and when he and Karen travel, they like to get into some diving. With that, no further ado, Mr. Ensler, why don't you come on up?
Hi, everybody. I am the co-chair of the District 5280, what we just call the Camp Pendleton project. And for the last 15 years, we have been supporting the Marine families at Camp Pendleton in a kind of a smaller way. We have different picnics or conferences and things like that. People would be encouraged to bring diapers and bring contributions. But at the beginning of the pandemic, I refused to live my life in fear, and I was looking for things to do. And when Camp Pendleton was locked down, but when they got done with the lockdown, I was in contact with the person who runs the Warrior Warehouse, which I'll describe a little more. And I decided to put out to all the Rotary clubs in the South Bay to start gathering things for babies and children and housewares and things like that. And it has grown tremendously. First of all, I want to put Camp Pendleton into perspective. There's 46,000 enlisted, the largest training base on the West Coast. It's 1/6 the size of Rhode Island. If you add the families of the enlisted, that number grows to 70,000. There are over 10,000 children under the age of 5, and over 160 babies are born there every month. Now, some of you, this will be surprising, and some of you won't. The pay for a private and a private first class is under $1,900 a month. The pay for a lance corporal and a corporal is under $2,300 a month. When they arrive at the base, it's an advanced training base. They get their orders, they put what they can in their cars, and they fly to that base. And the only thing they now have is what's in their car. And the apartments and the houses that they're given for their families are completely unfurnished. There isn't a coffee cup or a spoon. So you can imagine how difficult it is for that amount of money to, get up to speed. So what they have down there is what they call the Warrior Warehouse. And they're 2 very large tent-like structures that are semi-permanent, that one of them is built with everything you can imagine for children and babies. Sheets, towels, other linens, and everything for a kitchen. And each one of these warehouses is about 1/4 the size of a football field. In other warehouses, they have donated furniture, and the Camp Pendleton Rotary Club has a foundation that owns a 20-foot box truck that goes out into the communities between La Jolla and Newport Beach to pick up donated and gently used furniture. That's what I always tell people: if you wouldn't give it to your son or daughter or grandchild, then it's not good enough for the work for the families down there either. So they only go between La Jolla and Newport Beach because of time. The trucks are actually operated by Marines that are volunteers. So they leave, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and they have to be back, at a reasonable time. And anything farther than that is kind of an unreasonable time. So we support the families down there as our entire district. And I've taken the time to cultivate the community. And one of the Rotary clubs, the Hawthorne Rotary Club, they have a relationship with the Hawthorne or the Centinela Valley School District, and they allow us to use their high school parking lot for a drop-off point. And this is a really, really great thing because the first couple we did were at my house, and I didn't want to put my address on social media. So my phone number went out, and people that would call, I would give them my address. But now, with public place, we can just plaster it all over social media. And with no furniture, we did an event on Saturday that the community was aware of, and I was keeping track of the people that have been donating, so that every time we do this, I can send out into the community about 300 people who then post on social media and send to their friends. I've got some mommy groups that are active in this, and what you all be filled starting at 9 o'clock. By 12:30, it was full. And I stayed there until 3 because that's the advertised time. And I sent the people to my house. They sent up their box truck and weren't able to take everything that I could have in my house. So they and their cupboards were really, really quick. So my mission is to try to find other groups of people, other Rotarians that would like to also be involved in this. And I understand you do some things for 29 Palms. I'm sure the needs is great down there. They actually have people from 29 Palms coming down to Camp Pendleton to go shopping. So all the stuff that's donated gets sorted and displayed by volunteers. And on Fridays, between 8 and 12, families can come in and take anything they want for their homes. And by 7:45, there's usually 75 people standing in line waiting. And on every Friday, there's between 200 and 400 families that will come and go to our house. And the stuff that I brought down on Monday morning, they have their cupboards were very bare. They didn't have a pot or pan in the thing. And now they have stuff for people to come back from shopping. So I am available. First of all, are there any questions? Okay, any questions from the audience in Zoom land? Okay.
I have questions.
Well, I'm basically finished because I went to Pets and had a table at Pets, which is where I met Raymond. And my goal is to get clubs in Orange County and San Diego, but you're still close enough here that you can do something here too. I'm trying to get the districts of Orange County and San Diego that are close to the base to start doing some of the same things we're doing, because we're doing it quarterly. And then they're going to have another event in Studio City because our district is not nearly spread out insurance, but it's still spread out.
We go to Vegas.
Oh, I know. So I had a table there, even though I was there as co-president of my club, and I wanted to make some contacts with Orange County and San Diego clubs and come and talk about the need and tell you, I don't need to get into the excruciating detail, but if you're interested in doing this, I can describe, what I've done that has worked really, really well, that we can fill out in 3 hours, 26 what we call information. And it's just the community, because Rotarians generally you look like a much younger crowd than our district, but most Rotarians don't have children anymore. So they don't have any like the youth stuff they're doing. So clubs will go out and buy $500 worth of diapers to donate. And diapers are more valuable than gold at that base. It really is amazing. Yeah. So that's basically my presentation. It isn't a long presentation because there's not a lot to tell. So, you know, that there is a great need down there, and we really don't take care of ourselves.
Yeah, you know, honestly, that's how this was. We see a desperate need, out in time, that it wasn't being met. And that was a service project that we did, through the Rotary Club of Southbay. And it gathered so much attention that, you know, Brandon lost the on the president. That there's some, you know, and it's just it's not just 29 pounds or 7 pounds. We close out, we gather the resources here, they figure this out, then, you know, we kind of solve it your world. And it does kind of copy and paste everywhere else. And tell other Rotary clubs, hey, you know, your district has military base that, you know, this is what we've seen as far as the E1, E5, E7 meetings. And this is what we did to help. Here's our formula. You know, you guys use it as you can. That's how we're doing there. And that's our goal.
Because if you could partner with some local other Rotary clubs and have an event at a public place that you could put out on the social media, and because families that have children, their kids are outgrowing their stuff every 3 to 6 months. And I'm telling you, they are more than happy to find a place that it's going to go to where it's really going to be needed and appreciated. So ours weren't always this successful, but since the community has been activated, I do this, I organize this every 3 months. And every 3 months, we go up 26 that we haul and then some. So if there were other clubs doing it, or, Pendleton, they have a constant flow of stuff down there.
The pieces where, you haul or the trailer that people lay out there, is that relatively last 3 months, or are they there like?
It all depends, because I wasn't here this summer. So I normally would do one in July. So there's nobody to, coordinate this and then find the truck down and it fills up. So their coverage were exceptionally big. They didn't have any sheet sets. But they've got cribs and strollers now. They've got pots and pans. Some people, they just went out and bought pots and pans to send down there for people that need them. Now they have sheet sets, children's clothing. We sent down a whole bunch of bicycles. It's like standard old bikes, because it's a place of gas. More and more of the Marines are wanting bicycles to get around instead of driving. And because of rising prices, there's getting to be a lot of food insecurity in our military families. So I also just got a donation of 15 milk crates of non-perishable food. That's going to go down and end up in a pantry that one of the wives of the Marines operates in her neighborhood, because they don't like to keep food at the warrior house, because It's very rural, there's a lot of critters around.
Actually, off-site storage.
It's on the base, and it's managed by the Camp Pendleton Rotary Club and volunteers, and their foundation accepts money and gift cards, because when someone, the most recent story that the woman, her name is Linda Sundgren, she told me that someone she knows who was a sergeant, he came home from either deployment or a weekend away or whatever. He came home to an empty house with a note from his wife saying, "Thanks for the ride to California." She took everything and left him. So he, even though he's a sergeant and he's making decent money, he had to turn to the warrior rounds. Other people, they might have children that are in the hospital and they need to go and spend some time with them. So they can use money from the foundation to give someone to come and stay with her other children while she goes and stays at the hospital overnight. Or, you know, the stories down there was a woman that her parents got a divorce and neither one of them could take her brother in. So she now has her own child, she's pregnant, and has to take care of her brother, and her husband is deployed. So they use money and gift cards to help supplement people that are in situations where they just need they need some extra help. Oh, and in addition to the truckloads of stuff, I have close to $2,000 worth of gift cards and checks to give them for the foundation.
Maybe I'm at Warrior Warehouse. Is that your primary contact? Like Pendleton, or is it Rotary?
The primary contacts are a husband and wife, Larry and Linda Sundgren. They are basically operating this thing, trying to get volunteers.
Operation, trying to get
Yeah. So when we fill the truck up on Saturday, it sits in front of my house until Monday morning. And they arrange for volunteers, usually, a half a dozen Marines, to come over at 7 o'clock or 7:30 to help unload the truck. And then I drive it back empty. So yes, everything there is pretty much run by volunteers. It's on the base. And I say it's a tent-like structure because it doesn't have closed sides. So in the rainy season, they have to be careful to keep everything in confines of this so it doesn't get wet. They're starting to put everything up on pallets now. So when it does rain, it doesn't get everything wet. Last year, one of the Rotary clubs, I put out the word that they needed money for toys for families who had signed up for a program to get stuff that they needed for Christmas for their kids. The short story is a couple of individuals from a club in Carson donated $15,000. And I got an accumulation of other monies from other Rotary clubs that added up to about $2,500. So they went out and did some mega shopping, and I rented I think it was a 15-foot U-Haul when they had it all purchased. Took it over to their place, just loaded it up and drove it down, and they had Christmas. And some of the toys that they were given were the only things that their kids had under the tree. So anyway, any other questions? Okay.
Any questions on Zoom? Wait, any on Zoom?
Any questions on Zoom?
Okay.
No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Have a while. Eat your food. Hang out. Gosh, you're right there in the middle of food. All right, so now we're in committee reports, looks like. Okay, we're gonna look on the 29 palms resupply. We need to vote on the chair. I know we have a meeting tomorrow with that, so we'll get a report next meeting, which is 2 weeks from now. And we look forward to hearing that. We have our external relations committee. We look at the committee members right now, the only one we have.
Can I ask that real quick?
You don't, right?
So yeah, everyone, I'm thinking if we all want to participate in Wounded Warrior stuff when we have, I'll send an email since not more than half of our members are here. If we want to start a committee on that, that's definitely something that can go hand in hand if we do, you know, food, and then someone's like, what do I do with these pots and pans and stuff, like we can distribute them. But the external relations, so everyone wants to help with getting food and stuff to the bases, but nobody wants to help build our organization. So if anyone wants to help me with, you know, getting connections with people who can partner with us as a Rotary Club in our mission. I did meet at the Standing Swine Beer Walk here in Blues Walk. I was talking about the Veteran Chambers, the Veteran Chambers, Chamber of Commerce. I talked last meeting about signing us up for that. Well, I actually spoke with the founder. He was at the Wine and Beer Stumble in the walk. And he came up to our booth and we had a really good conversation. So we're hoping to meet up with him and have a good chat in regards to how we can partnership with, you know, help each other out. So waiting on word for that, and I just wanted to remind people that it's also an important part of the, you know, Rotary Club that we keep building out for connections so we can become stronger. Okay. Oh, and then
The secretary, go right ahead.
and then the secretary report. So basically, committee reports. Every committee we create, the chair will come back each meeting and let us know what the whole club, what's going on with the committee at that time, what they're doing, what they're going to be doing, ideas, etc. Secretary report. Since we're so new, I don't have much to say, but club invoices for due did go out on the 1st. So if you didn't get one, let me know, because there's been some bugs. They'll even go out, I believe, if you don't owe money, it'll say like negative. But that's all I got for now. So all of these committee reports. Correct. So we weren't getting them for a while. I had to reach out. Yeah, even if you prepay, yeah.
You're like, I paid for a year. Why am I getting this? It might just.
Yeah, my boss was saying if you, for those on Zoom who can't hear, that if you pay for the year, you may still get an invoice. But on DAC-DD, if you have any questions on that, you can either reach out to me, not for DAC-DD, or you can reach out to Barbara, who is the club treasurer, who I followed up with to make sure we were all in order financially. So if anyone didn't get an invoice or have questions on where they stand, reach out to myself or Barbara so we can get that. Okay, thank you.
All right. Awesome. All right, so now we're back down to crossing things off. All right, action 360. Look at the raffle. So at the beer and wine walk, we made about $250. We could say that very thankfully to Bella here, wandering around, tickets literally wrapped around herself, and a bottle of tequila. Bacardi. Selling tickets at $1 a pop to see what we can get. So we're raising about $250 on that deal. Also told to remind you that if you haven't received your tickets yet for the raffle that we're doing here.
$9 ones.
Yeah, the $5 tickets, which I don't have an example of, but you both know what we're talking about. Let us know so that way we can shoot them out to you by mail this week. Get them all out.
Let Karen know I'm going to email her this week.
And I'm letting Karen know that she's getting hers mailed out this week. Counter tickets you have left in order to keep track of our personal ticket sales. There's that. Okay, so we're also looking now to, I guess, form a committee for the 2026 San Dimas 4th of July party, which I was informed this is the perfect time to do that 3.5 years in advance.
Well, there is a committee already established.
Oh, well, there you are.
Is that asking for a representative from the satellite club?
Let's ask Raymond.
Let's ask Raymond, because what I have is looking for committee members.
Well, we're looking for anybody actually to join from the Satellite Club or members in general. It'd be nice if the Satellite Club had a representative to the committee. And while 3.5 years seems like a long time for what we're attempting to plan for the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, 3.5 years may just be enough time. So anybody who's willing to participate.
David Foster is planning for Air Force One's.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. If you are interested,
There's no box too big.
no thought too big. Thank you, Mike. sandimasrotary@gmail.com if you are interested. All right. To our next point here that I can't seem to work on. Okay, so the USMC benefit dinner that we do every year. Looks like our group here, the Satellite Club, is going to absorb that next year. Committee's meeting October 11th. And then I have to ask Glenn if there's anything he would like to share on behalf of the committee. Oh, Glenn, you're gonna have to come up here because nobody can hear you. Come on up here, handsome.
Don't you need help cleaning up? Don't you need volunteers?
Got a microphone right there where you speak.
Yes, we need volunteers for cleaning up. All of the tickets have been sold at this point. And we're gonna go ahead and do it.
Sold out.
Hey. Okay, I'm done.
All right, he's done already. All the tickets sold out. We're looking, and we're very excited about it. Perfect timing for that. This thing is just holding perfect. Okay, all right. Let's see. Oh, then we have the Seas candy that I was just told to mention that. Go to the website, supportrotarians.com to inquire more. It's up there on top to inquire more about the Seas candy sale. We'll put it in the link. Fine Master.
What's fine and what's not fine?
What's fine and what's not fine? Bella being fined for getting creative with the raffle ticket sales, walk around downtown San Dimas with a bottle of Bacardi, and it wasn't even during the beer walk. With that said, that's a $5 fine.
Just ask if anyone else wants to find themselves to be fine or not fine.
Is anyone else like to find themselves for being fined?
Yay, save for the Zoom people.
There you go. Let's find yourself $5 for having all the tickets sold.
You can repeat that.
Mr. Mike Wallace find himself $10 for A, not having to come up here and have a conversation with us, and missing the meeting today.
At not this one. We appreciate your loyalty, Mike.
So $10 may not be enough for Mike, quite frankly. And I want to say that yesterday I went to the Dodger game and I got myself the number 10 Justin Turner bobblehead, and I will find myself $10 for the bobblehead there. So Mike, you missed it there.
Well.
But we got your $10.
It's all that on eBay and net down my.
All right, so not a bad time for a fine.
Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Okay.
All right, so then with that said, we have our calendar coming up. Looking at the USC benefit dinner again, the meeting is Tuesday, October 11th, 6 to 7:30. I believe it's a Zoom meeting, Glenn. What's the Tuesday? October 11th.
Sorry.
That dinner is also on a Thursday.
And that dinner is on a Thursday, November 10th, I believe, is actually
Yeah, the actual
24th birthday. Right.
That there are no more tickets for.
But there are no more tickets for it, so there you go on that. Hitting for the next meeting, which is Wednesday, October 19th, from 6 to 7. Our speaker will be Kimberly Pope. She's the committee liaison for committee liaison specialist for 29 Palms Marine Corps Base. And then our November 2nd meeting, we already have lined up also. And it's with Major General Peter J. Darvez.
Yeah.
Seems about right. U.S. Army retired. Fantastic. All right. Well, because we have a guest here today, who's also a Rotarian, I will ask David to come up here and do our 4-way test.
Show us how it's done, David.
A real professional. Okay.
Wow, no.
Okay, here.
Just put it on the spot.
No, the 4-way test of the things we think, say, and do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And in my club, we have a fifth one. Will it be fun?
Appreciate you getting that score back. All right. So, closing remarks. Closing remarks are about 15 minutes, so bear with me. Right. Anyways, yeah, so we basically covered everything we need to talk about. Let's think about what Bella said about getting more members into the actual, where is that name of that club or group?
External relations.
External relations. She'll need help with that for sure. Our ticket sales, keep that in mind. The 3.5-year out meeting that we need to get together with Raymond to get a plane and Air Force One and a 50-51 Mustang to fly by, the whole 9 yards. That'd be fantastic. And roughly that's about right. We do want to aim, I think that's the Air Force way, but something like that. With that, like I said, we have anything else? Nope. I think that's about everything wrapping up for the most part.
Questions, concerns?
Yeah,
comments?
any questions, concerns, complaints?
No complaints.
Looking out.
No, the only thing I would say is, the people to try to create for external, those people who are involved in other things, like, I'm involved in a lot of community basins, people.
Barry, I want your membership application.
And, hold in our other contacts, but, obviously, it's all volunteers, and, the kind of sexy thing is we want to feed hungry military service people. That's the key, but bringing in other people within the community also funnels back into that.
What Mike said, ditto.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Which works great for the people on Zoom.
Absolutely.
They didn't hear a word.
that was the idea. Briefly say what Mike said. The idea is just looking at other members, Masons, and so forth that are already out there giving their time and being able to pull them in and help us also what we help them too. So with that, I think this meeting is officially adjourned. All right. All right. Thanks everybody on Zoom.